Today, Nvidia's next-gen mobile GPUs leak, bad news for AMD's RX 7900 series, Nvidia's RTX 4000 price drop incoming, and next-gen GPU and CPU prices are set to skyrocket. Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. First up for today, Nvidia's RTX 4000 mobile series has been leaked. This one comes from WCCF Tech, who claims that the new parts are set for release at CES next year. So that's early January. More specifically, the embargo is for January 3rd at 9 AM PT. As far as what GPUs will be releasing, there's the RTX 4080 Ti, RTX 4080, 4070, 4060, 4050, and there's apparently a new 3050 coming out. The 4080 Ti or 4090, we aren't sure because they do see a 4090 in an announcement slide, but only a 4080 Ti is in the performance slide. Either way, they come with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. The 4080 would get 12, both the 4070 and 4060 come with 8 gigabytes, and the 4050 comes with 6. Not only that, but they shared the performance slide, though it's remade by WCCF Tech, so they don't show the watermark from its source. The benchmarks themselves come from TimeSpy, and Nvidia's RTX 4000 cards get around a 30% boost in performance over last gen. And of course, that's not bad given the power draw hasn't gone up along with it. Of course, pricing is set to be the most important factor, and if they're anything like their desktop counterparts, we could be in some serious trouble. Next up, if you haven't gotten a Slim wallet yet, now's the perfect time to get the best one with today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet. And why is it the perfect time? Well, because Ridge Wallet is offering one of their best deals ever. When you visit ridge.com/gamermeld, you'll get up to a whopping 40% off. But don't wait, because the offer's ending on December 22nd. Now, if you haven't heard about Ridge Wallet, they're one of the most popular premier Slim wallets. In fact, they're pretty much the size of a credit card, and they can hold up to 12 cards plus cash. I've been using mine for months now, and I've gotta say that I love it. Plus, they actually have a matching key case that's probably my favorite item from them. I use it every single day. It keeps your keys nice and organized. Not only that, but there's a ton of colors to choose from, and with up to 40% off, you can't go wrong. Just visit ridge.com/gamermeld to get this incredible deal before it's gone. Next up for today, it looks like AMD is set to release their reference 7900 cards first. According to a new report from My Drivers, AMD is preparing to launch their reference designs on December 13th first, with partner cards releasing 1 to 2 weeks later. As for why, they really aren't sure. It could just be that AMD is trying to get these out as quickly as possible so they can get something to compete with Nvidia's newest cards. I will say that AMD made it seem like AIB cards would be released alongside reference cards at the event, but it also seemed to be up in the air. One really sad thing they mentioned in the article is that AIB cards could be much more expensive than the reference designs. Of course, we've seen some really high prices with custom RTX 4000 cards, but they at least had cards that were at Nvidia's MSRP. So far, only a few AIB partners have announced RX 7900 cards, with the newest one being from Sapphire. All in all, this isn't sounding good for AMD's 7900 release. Hopefully things can change before their release, but of course time, as always, will tell. Next up, it looks like we could soon see lower prices on Nvidia's current RTX 4000 series of GPUs. Of course, the company recently released their 16GB RTX 4080, or should I just call it the 4080, given their 12GB 4080 has been canned. Either way, the GPU has gotten fairly poor reviews thanks to its sky-high price. And according to a new report from Tom's Hardware, Nvidia's RTX 4090 is outselling the 4080 on eBay by a factor of 3.4 to 1. So users are definitely not too excited about their new card. To make matters much worse, Q3 analysis from John Petty Research has shown the biggest GPU market drop since the 2009 recession. We're talking GPU shipments fell by a whopping 25.1% year over year, with desktop graphics dropping 15.43% and notebooks by an unreal 30%. When it comes to market share from last quarter, Intel's actually increased by 10.3%, AMD lost 8.5%, and Nvidia lost 1.87%. AMD's GPU shipments are down 47.6%, Intel's is actually up 4.7%, though this includes integrated GPUs, and Nvidia's is down 19.7%. Basically, these are terrible numbers. According to companies, there are a few reasons. One, of course, being the crypto mining shutdown due to Ethereum moving to proof of stake. Overall, with these incredibly poor numbers, plus it looking like the 4080 isn't selling all that well, Nvidia will likely be forced to lower prices fairly soon. Plus, let's not forget that AMD's RX 7900 series is right around the corner. With that said, some current RTX 3000 cards are beginning to slowly go up in price, but that could be due to stock running low. Maybe we'll see next gen's mid-range soon. Oh yeah, and according to John Petty Research, PC CPU shipments dropped by 19% year over year as well, so we could also see CPU prices come down before long. I guess all I can say is fingers crossed. And lastly for today, while Nvidia's RTX 4000 cards may soon see prices drop, I do have some terrible news for next gen. And when I say next gen, I'm talking likely the RTX 5000, RX 8000, Ryzen 8000, etc. The story comes from a new report by Digitimes, who claims that TSMC's next gen 3nm node is set to get a huge price increase. In this chart, you can see that as transistors get smaller, they also get a lot more expensive. Of course, you get way more on the wafer, but making things faster is becoming more and more expensive. For example, going from 7nm to 5, wafers went from $10,000 a piece to $16,000, which is a 60% increase. And of course, that partly explains the increase in prices that we've been seeing. Then again, there are other factors like shutdowns, COVID, etc. Regardless, according to this, TSMC's 3nm process is set to surpass $20,000 a wafer, which is a $4,000 increase over 5nm or a 25% increase. And because of that, next-gen parts are almost certainly set to be more expensive.
I quit!
So far, AMD has already confirmed that next-gen Ryzen will use it, and while AMD's RDNA 4 or RX 8000 hasn't been confirmed, it will likely use it as well. Plus, it's been reported that Nvidia's CEO has been to Taiwan to secure 3nm wafers, so we might as well chalk up RTX 5000 using it also. Basically, most everyone except for potentially Intel will likely be using TSMC's 3nm process. Of course, with demand for both GPUs and CPUs down, prices should go down some as well, but this could easily drive them right back up. So while that does it for today, what do you think about GPU prices? Are they just too high, or is it not that bad? Let me know down in the comments below. And don't forget to pick up your Ridge wallet in the description below. And as always, have a great day.